Hello and welcome to today's lecture. Now today we are going to start with the second half of the chapter, that is reduction reaction. Now reduction, as we have already said earlier, is a reaction in which the definitions are different. Gain of electron is a reduction, addition of hydrogen is a reduction, removal of oxygen is also reduction. So first some three name reactions, some hydroboration oxidation reactions, tributyl tin hydride and some hydride donors. So that is what we are going to look at today. So first reaction is Clemmensen reduction. In lower classes you must have seen that when ketones are treated with zinc amalgam HCl, you get this, probably the radical path. Second is Wolff-Kishner, in which the hydrogen formation take place, and in second case base abstract a proton and then ultimately it's a loss of nitrogen, so give you the saturated hydrocarbon. Then third interesting reaction is Mozingo reaction, in which the ketones are transformed into dithions with the help of 1,3-propan dithiol and with some zeolite or acid catalyzed reaction, say resin or zeolite or even K10 catalyst and so on. So you get this dithion which is quite stable to alkali as well as acids, and when it is treated with hydrogen and Rani nickel, you get hydrocarbon. Alternatively, if you treat it with cadmium nitrate or mercury chloride, you retain your carbonyl group. So this is one of the protection of carbonyl group in organic synthesis. We'll come to all these reactions wherever mechanisms are possible, we'll put, otherwise you'll have to just remember these reactions. Then metal hydrogen. Now metal hydrogen, there are quite a few reactions. I'll just classify them broadly into two types. One is homogeneous catalysis, second is heterogeneous catalysis. So in homogeneous, rhodium, ruthenium catalysts are generally used, and in heterogeneous, nickel, platinum, palladium, all those catalysts are used. The assumptions are there, like the hydrogen is coming from the same side, and normally these are cis addition. Some modifications are there with the modified reagents like Lindlar catalyst, in which the triple bonds are converted into double bonds without further reduction and so on. We'll write down all those things for those reactions also. Hydroboration oxidation, I am deliberately putting it with the help of some specific reagents here. Now the advantage of this is, this boron can be replaced by hydrogen if it is treated with acid, but you have another option, H2O2NaOH can furnish the primary alcohols or secondary alcohols, whatever may be the case. Now this is hydration reaction without following Markovnikov's rule, so anti-Markovnikov's water addition you can say, and these are specific reagents. This is decimyl boron, then thexyl boron, 9-BBN and catechol boron. Now the advantage of these reagents is they are bulky reagents, so the addition to the alkene is highly regioselective. Normally boron gets attached to the alkene from the least hindered side, and that is how you get the regioselectivity. Hydrogen and boron are added from the same side, so that is specifically cis addition, and therefore it also controls the stereoselectivity of the reaction. The next one is tributyl tin hydride. Now this works in presence of azoisobutyryl nitrile. We'll see all those mechanisms, and more importantly the hydride donors. You must have heard about all these reagents: lithium aluminum hydride, lithium borohydride, sodium borohydride and diisobutyl aluminum hydride. Now the first reagent is highly reactive, and it violently react with water to liberate hydrogen, and therefore its use is confined to non-aqueous solvents, whereas these two reagents they can be handled in aqueous methanol. So, they are relatively moderate reagents, but they are more selective than lithium aluminum hydride. Diol H has got two application. One is reduction of ester to aldehyde, second is conversion of nitrile into aldehyde, and so on. So, we will just go from the beginning, and I will try to put some examples of each reagent. So, Clemmensen, you need not have to remember, because this is a radical path and nobody is going to ask you the mechanism about it. Now, the second reagent is, or second reaction, Wolff-Kishner reduction. Now, in Wolff-Kishner, the hydrogen formation is just a nucleophilic addition of hydrogen to ketone, and loss of water molecule can furnish this hydrogen. Then base can abstract a proton, this comes here, this comes here. So, ultimately the proton is shifted here, second time proton is shifted. So, loss of nitrogen, that is what you have to remember, and that is how this is obtained. Third reaction is Mozingo. Now, this reaction I will just put R1 R2 as we have said earlier, and this SH, this is the propane dithiol in presence of acid catalyzed reaction. This will be R2 S. I am putting one step less here, S, and then these are the three intervening methylines, and then protonation of this and loss of water molecule, minus H2O minus H plus furnishes the dithion. Now, this is dithion. Now, this dithion is quite stable to alkali as well as acid, and this is very good protecting agent for carbonyl compounds. And there are two ways, hydrogen Raney nickel. Now, Raney nickel is a specific nickel with very high reactivity, and this one cadmium carbonate or mercury chloride in water, of course, can furnish your carbonyl group back. So, in protection of carbonyl compound, the protecting group can be removed so that carbonyl group is retained, or it can be transformed into hydrocarbon depending upon the situation or the requirement. The desired product can differ, and this is one of the reaction, is also known as Mozingo reduction or Mozingo reaction. Now, metal hydrogen, that is next one. In metal hydrogen, the frequent reagents which are used, I am going to put all those reagents here. Let us say I am having cyclohexene and I have to make it cyclohexane. There are quite a few reagents available. First one is you have to add hydrogen in presence of platinum, palladium, nickel, anything. Now, this is your heterogeneous catalyst, because this powder of catalyst is not soluble in organic phase. So, it remains suspended, and it is believed that this compound gets attached to the catalyst surface and hydrogen is transferred from the same side, so this is necessarily cis addition. Now this is about the non-selective reduction, because here selectivity is not expected. But the moment you start with some specific reaction, so I want to convert this into, I will put some cis and trans here so that we can talk more. It's partial reduction, you can say. This is possible with Lindlar's catalyst. Now Lindlar is palladium poison with calcium sulfate. So and of course hydrogen is necessary. So this is your Lindlar's catalyst. Alternatively, this can be transformed into, we have already seen this kind of thing, but just it is coming as addition. In addition, we have seen this is your lithium Birch type reaction, wherein the reaction proceeds through radical anion and ultimately you get the trans alkene. Another reagent is there, those specific reagent we will see later. Now let us talk about the hydride donors today, and then we will come to the specific reagents like tributyl tin hydride or the homogeneous catalysis, and then sodium cyanoborohydride and so on. So first of all, the reagent lithium aluminum hydride. Now aluminum has got 4 hydrogen bonded to it, so charge is negative and it is balanced with lithium. So whenever you add, say, lithium aluminum hydride, I am adding, now I am just putting H3 so that hydride transfer can be shown, and this will become OAlH3. Here hydrogen is forming a sigma bond. Now this is capable of bonding with 3 more carbonyl compound. So 1 mole of lithium aluminum hydride is sufficient to reduce 4 molecules of this ketone, and ultimately when this, I will just put arrow, you can always write OAl, and then once again you will have those bonds, but I will just put here. So breaking of this bond is possible in acidic medium, because oxygen metal bond is labile to acid, so you can get the alcohol accordingly. Now about the reactivity of this reagent and which groups it can reduce to or it can react with. Barring aryl halides and isolated alkene, it practically reacts with all the functional groups and give different products. I will just put few functional groups here for the sake of understanding or for the sake of convenience, you can say LAH. Now here this functions as a hydride donor and you can get the epoxide opening. So epoxide opening is one part. If I start with nitrile LH, will make it RCH2, NH2 and so on. So there are so many applications. As I said, it doesn't react with aryl halides and isolated alkenes, otherwise it is reactive, and there is no selectivity for this reagent. So its use is limited, and therefore the derived reagents are more important. Lithium borohydride, now lithium borohydride, now this is specific reagent for the reduction of esters. Now if I use a bifunctional compound, let me put bifunctional compound here. Say this carbonyl has got alpha ester. Now if I want to reduce carbonyl group only and not ester, let us say I want to retain ester, then this is the best reagent, borohydride or sodium borohydride, which doesn't react with ester, but it does react with carbonyl group of aldehyde and ketone, and you get the corresponding thing. If only ester is there, then it is lithium borohydride which will reduce it, because here selectivity is not required, but now this will ultimately become primary alcohol. Initially it becomes aldehyde, but aldehyde is also labile, so it ultimately becomes. So sodium borohydride is more selective. Lithium borohydride can be used for conversion. Lithium aluminum hydride, if I use in this case, it will reduce both and there will be no selectivity. Now moving on to the next reagent, that is diol H. Now diol H is diisobutyl aluminum hydride. So let me put aluminum hydride, and the other side it has got two groups, isobutyl, okay, secondary butyl or isobutyl. This is the reagent, and this is also a hydride donor. So if I start with this, say Cn, this will add and nitrogen will complex with the Al, and ultimately hydrogen will be there. If this breaks down, this becomes aldehyde. So that is the advantage. Another use of diol is to convert RCOCl or RCOOET, I will say, to RCHO. This is also possible with diol. RCOCl to RCHO. This is possible with Rosenman reduction, that is H2PD barium sulfate Rosenman reduction. So here the reagent is H2PD barium sulfate Rosenman reduction, the name reaction. This is possible with diol H. So this is some of the hydride donors. There are derived reagents also, hydride like L-selectride and so on, which are bulky in size, and therefore they have more selectivity, and you can get one stereoisomer in excess to the other, and that is possible when you are working with a prochiral compounds wherein chiral center can be generated. Otherwise the normal reagents can be used and you can achieve the targets. One more reagent I will talk about, the reagent here. of course along with hydrogen. Tris triphenolphosphine rhodium chloride, this is Wilkinson's catalyst. Now the beauty of this reagent is it reacts only with isolated compound. Now let me put one example here. See, there are two bonds, but this interacts only with the isolated one. So this is specificity of this reagent. It reacts only with the isolated double bond and doesn't react with the conjugated double bond. Now conjugated double bond, the reagent, best reagent, I will just put a transformation on the other side. Suppose I want to retain this double bond and remove the top double bond, the conjugated one, then my reagent would be H2PDC. This is specific reagent used for the reduction of conjugated double bond in presence of isolated double bond. The other way is, if this has to be reduced in presence of second without disturbing it, then Wilkinson catalyst is there. So some specific reagents are there. We'll come to all those reagents. Maybe next lecture we'll have more detailed examples on this. Now one important announcement, as I have already put on the group, that you will be having internal test on 26th, and the Google Classroom, those who have registered, they will get a mail, and the marks are 15. You have to solve 15 questions of multiple choice. Of course, in organic chemistry you have to do some work for finding out the product, or you have to think so that the correct product can be written and so on. So I am giving you some additional time, like instead of 20 minutes I am giving 30 minutes, so that you can do some homework. So do some rough work and write down the correct answers. So tomorrow we will try to have more examples. Right now also I have examples, but I don't want to burden everything in one lecture. So we'll start afresh. Once again I will give one example of each reagent, and then we'll move to the specific reagents which are listed, like sodium cyanoborohydride, or the other reagents which have got specific applications, or the derived reagents like 9-BBN what I have written. So 9-BBN is hydroboration, highly specific reagent, and we'll continue from here in the next lecture. Thank you for your patience in today's lecture. Thank you.